Well, welcome all to another AMA. I'm sorry if I sound like a car kid or hands-free set. I'm in the car now, and look who's joining us, who we haven't seen in a while. Hey, Derek, how are you?
Oh, me. Yes, I'm good. Yeah, we have seen each other quite often, to be honest. Friday we saw each other, for instance. But yeah, I'm doing
No,
pretty
it was
good.
a
You're
joke.
talking about this other guy over there. Now
Yeah,
that
that
other
other
guy
guy
over
over
there,
there, Player
long
One
time.
Taco. Welcome, man.
What up, guys? How's life?
Well, we've actually seen each other last weekend, so my joke wasn't that correct, but for the rest of the audience, it worked. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm driving to the south of Germany right now. Weather is good, streets are empty, so I can talk and host the AMA.
Where are you at right now, Dylan?
I am in London. Yeah, I did get a haircut and a shave. I got a haircut and shave in Amsterdam last week for during ETH Amp and Dev Connect, showcasing the game to a bunch of people. So now I'm in Piccadilly Circus. Sounds like the place for me.
And showcasing you did, Dylan. I had the pleasure of meeting Dylan. He's a character, and he's well loved within the community. I didn't get a ticket because I hopped in last minute and it was sold out. Gave the phone to the girl at the receptionist. Oh, you know Player One? Yeah, sure, come on in. It's all good. So he is building up a name and a reputation.
Nah, it was your charming good looks, Jasper.
Yeah, who knows? We actually made a lot of good contacts in Amsterdam. I really enjoyed going to a convention. It really realized my passion for crypto. It also showed me there's a lot more that I have to learn. It also showed me things out there that we want to implement, and we thought we had to develop, but it's already there. I went to Euler, and they have an NFT rental system built out on Ethereum, which also is going to work for Matic. So we're going to connect with them, and hopefully they can help us build this out. Did you know, Dylan? I actually tested on our marketplace this week.
Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures. I've seen some of the outcome of how good it looks. And it's just sort of amazing, you know, when we're forced into a situation, you know, we thought we had it handled by Phantasma, and they're like, we're going to be a few days off. What did the team do? They went out and they're like, well, screw it. We're going to make our own marketplace, and we're going to make it better. And we already have people asking us, hey, can we be on your marketplace? So, you know, that's Team Taco Cat, Team WildCard for you. Team Cat Fee for the win.
I actually like the question where they asked to Presale. I think I pinned it also in the main chat, where they asked play to earn, overrated or underrated, and he said overrated because the money inflow is lower than the money outflow, so the price will drop over the future. But we have Derek, and Derek created an economy run through simulation by machinations, and it actually turned out our profit sharing pool goes up, our exchange liquidity goes up, and our dev and marketing wallet goes up. So it's a win-win for everyone. And I showed them the simulations, and most of the reactions were like, oh wow, that's intricate, that's really deep and thoughtful. I never knew a play to earn economy could actually rise in price over due time.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think the key thing there, right, is that freemium model that actually kind of, you know, the free to play model, taking from all the economies of that and then feeding it back into actually a player pool that pays out people. I think that that's kind of the key, right? Because obviously free to play games are highly profitable. So if you turn that profit around and you put that back into the ecosystem, naturally it's gonna, you know, the tide lifts all ships, right? Is kind of the thing. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry about
It
that.
is something. No worries. I have had the last 4 or 5 days. While we all may expect player one to be coughing with all his cigar and smoking, it's actually you and me.
Yeah.
No, but for me the weekend was extremely good. Met a lot of people that are interested in wildcard. Made a lot of follow-ups, also thanks to Dylan. Actually, he introduced me to a guy who's building out his own social media app where you post to earn. It's already the beta is already in the Play Store and on iOS, and he's looking to start a partnership with us. So a lot of cool things happen, and not just on the business side, also on the development side.
Yeah.
We testamented the marketplace, and do you have some more updates for us, Derek?
Yeah, so I do. So I think I touched on it on Friday a bit. I kind of mentioned it kind of several times. The thing that we've been going through lately has been to export basically all of the artwork and the metadata that surrounds all the combinations of Nemots. So like when we talk about the art combinations, right, it's 1.8 million, but it's actually more possible combinations than that, as far as like once you consider like the levels and the kind, those kind of one-to-one factors, right, that will make them like completely unique. So yeah, we've been working on doing that. We're finishing up some of the layering. We were having like a few little minor layering things, but as far as like the artwork for all of those things, that thing is pretty much good to go. We will be pretty soon exporting all that, which is going to take several hours, like obviously, because that's a lot of, you know, basically the script goes through and it exports a screenshot and kind of goes through and does that for every single combination. So it takes some time, but yeah, as far as that goes, that's coming along. I did want to update people kind of on some of the stuff that I've been. So obviously, Jasper Player One, they went to this conference and everything. I went to a event that actually it was like a dinner. It's like a supper club. It's called. It's actually I guess they have some in different cities in the U.S. But it's based around video games, and it's high level people in the industry who actually it's like 120 people. They rent out this the whole restaurant, and then they have everybody kind of like, you know, they put your name tag on like the the table, and then you sit down and you connect, and it was awesome, and it's actually something that came about because of GDC, because it's a guy that I met at GDC. And so there's still some connections there that are, you know, more people that we've kind of connected with, and like kind of like figuring out like possible ways for partnerships and those kinds of things coming down the line. Yeah, what's up, Dylan? You're waving.
I am. I totally am. So I had, since you were talking about some of the partnerships that we made at GDC, do you remember Miss Trudy?
Yes, Trudy. Yes. I've
Do you
been
remember?
I've been in touch with her as well.
So I talked with her last night for about 20 minutes. And I have a meeting with her when I come back to the States later. I think Monday I have a meeting with her.
Okay.
I have to, so my travel plan right now is I have to fly to Lisbon, have a 16-hour layover. Oh, darn. That sucks.
Yeah.
And then fly to San Francisco from there. But
Very cool.
Monday
yeah,
I have a meeting.
She has the pitch deck already, by the way. I've already
Good.
She's got that. So, you know.
Yeah.
She should be primed for.
she also, we talked last night, so she also is gonna send it over to her incubator team as well.
Cool.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. Also, Randy and Lynn are not right here right now. I've heard some really cool updates from Randy when it comes to charity in the US. I think it's best if he just makes a post in general chat once it's signed and sealed to make an update. It's mostly in correlation with toilet paper hands as well. I don't want to touch too much upon it, but it's quite huge.
Dude, no, what Randy did is awesome. Don't underplay what Randy did. He okay, fine. Maybe the deal isn't inked yet, but what Randy did is awesome. So, yeah. And then someone wants to know why our economy is different than other P2Es. Derek, I think that's totally a you question, but can I say one thing on it?
Go for it.
We're not a marketplace as an entry point. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Okay.
That prices people out. That takes people out of DeFi.
I dropped out. Apologies.
Yeah, no worries. So that is, we are a priced low entry point, right? Basically, starter deck, season pass, and then you can participate in the economy. As far as one of the things that makes it different, right, is in general, an economy exists to introduce, the goal of an economy is to create scarcity, to make a player decide between getting A or B, between a purchase of A or B. That is the goal of a game economy. Now, with play to earn, it's a little bit different, right? Because at any point, there's a way for a player to convert their earnings directly into a US dollar value, or a dollar value, let's say. One of the ways that we're different from a lot of play to earn games is there's kind of really two economies right now in play to earn. One of them is kind of like Axie. It's kind of shaped like a pyramid. As far as the economy goes, it relies on the constant influx of new users in order to sustain the economy. So the only way that you're gonna make money is if new users are coming in and buying your assets that you already have. So that's not a sustainable economy. PegAxie is having the same issue because they're very similar as far as that goes. The other type of economy, right, is kind of more like a casino economy, which casino economies are much more. Well, I mean, casinos have been around and will continue to be around forever because they kind of work, right? They kind of work as an economy goes. So what we kind of are, right, is we're kind of more towards that casino style economy, in the sense that players who win are getting paid out with the actual token, right, which then can be used in the economy to do other things inside of the economy, or it can be sold to the DEX or what have you.
Yeah, I think a better way to describe it is doing it more like a poker economy, since we're a skill game.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and yeah, it is like poker, right? It is a skill game. So yeah, when I say casino economy, that's actually kind of what I mean. I don't mean slots, because it's not completely random, right? Yeah, so I do mean like poker, like skill games. But yeah, the idea too is that anything that kind of goes in and goes through, and when players interact with the economy, a large portion of that goes back into the player pool that then pays out further players. Now, obviously, we still have other income streams that have to enter into that economy in order to kind of keep it going. But the way that it's balanced, we rely less on new users than something like Axie or some of those would. I hope that kind of explains it. Again, we do have like a simulation that you can kind of see everything running, and it's really cool. But that's kind of an overview.
Also, we'll put over an audio where Derek will explain what everything is, and we're gonna write out a Medium article about the economy as well, since it's groundbreaking when it comes to play to earn, and at least the general opinion of every person that talks about play to earn now.
Right. Yeah. So let's see. We've got a question here. If WildCard will be multi-chain at game launch, and if we envision the mobile version of the game to be the same experience as desktop. Yeah, that's a good question. There will be like probably some differences. I would imagine there's almost always some level of trade-off between, you know, even if you play Fortnite on like mobile versus console, there's a certain control trade-off that's there. The goal is to minimize those kinds of things, and ours is a little easier to do because obviously we're not so like dependent upon control as much as something like Fortnite or action games like that. But the experience will be pretty much the same as far as like you know, like you're not going to have like a big trade-off when you move to that. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to do as far as like right now the game requires a lot of graphical kind of abilities. So then we'll have to revisit those kind of thing and refactor and do those kinds of things in order to lessen that requirement, because obviously we are, you know, when you're going to mobile, you're also trying to build for the lowest entry point, right? As far as like, you know, not quite flip phone level, but like but like you want a phone that's, you don't want, people don't have to have like the new iPhone to play it, right? You want to have, you have to have like a scaling system. So yeah. So let me see. And then question of when it's going to be available. Yeah. So we're not doing dates. We have kind of
set expectations, and dates in blockchain and technology usually lead to disappointment if you're not met them, and if you met them, it doesn't give any value. All I can say is Q4 for Android, if lucky iOS, and otherwise Q1 for iOS. iOS right now is being a nuisance when it comes to allowing mobile games and allowing crypto apps.
Yeah, and another reason why is because obviously there are a lot more complications to it other than even the game development side, right? So we have to consider the side of like you know, like hooking up wallets and all those kinds of things that are complications that exist in play to earn that are not in normal game development, you know. You know, like my first game that I ever built was for mobile, and it only took me, let's see, I think just doing it myself, it took 6 months total, and it was like a single player mobile game, and I didn't have those considerations at the time, you know. So
was that game I tried to play?
Yes, that was that game you tried to. Did you try to play it? I don't. You emailed me. No one has ever beaten it, by the way. I know that no one has ever beaten it because I have a system where if anybody ever beats it, I find out. So it's kind of interesting.
I should try.
Yeah, you should try to beat it. Yeah. It's beatable.
You have 14 hours layover in Lisbon. Better make use of it.
ETH Lisbon's going on, so there's an event going down there, so I'm actually gonna be handing out thumb drives with the game and QR codes and pitch decks and just doing what I do, making connections and seeing how we can help push the game. I met this South Korean dude in the 3 hours it took for us to get through security, and he is a TikToker in South Korea, and he loved the cinematic trailer, and so he took down all my info and all of our info and website stuff, and so who knows what that's going to come about, but yeah, I'm just going to do me and do WildCard, get people wild.
I think so we've got a couple of questions. I will answer the one Naomi asked earlier about the fact how many games there are. I don't have an exact number for you. I do know that there's like there are I think there's a few that are actually available on iOS. So Splinterlands, I think, is available on iOS, which is a play to earn game. That is kind of the one that's I think it was one of the first ones on iOS. Don't quote me on that, but something like that. But there are several that have made it to iOS. Axie does kind of a workaround, so they're not actually on the App Store, but you can play it on your iPhone. Yeah. So this other question, let's see, will we be utilizing any swap or multi-chain for DEX trades? Jasper, you want to take that one?
Yeah, we are in talks with a few exchanges that do multi-chain. For instance, 1x. I got invited to a party by them in Amsterdam. But we are going to look at an easy-to-go platform. Unfortunately, Phantasma doesn't offer any decentralized exchange. But anything EVM compatible, we all try to do it within one platform. The same goes for the public pre-sale we're going to hold. It's going to be 1 week before game launch, and we'll announce it in due time when we think the game is completely ready. But yes, we are looking to keep all the trades in at least one platform, so you don't have to go to, for instance, PancakeSwap and then Uniswap. We all try to have it in one game and make the experience as easy as possible for everyone.
Yeah.
Also, Derek, we've been going on for 20 plus minutes. I have difficulties reading the questions because I'm driving.
Okay.
The roadmap will be announced soon, but like I said, for us it's really difficult to give out dates, give people expectations, and if you meet them, it's not necessarily. I mean, they'll look forward for it, but the offset of not making the dates gives quite a negative ripple. So what we're going to do is we'll announce a roadmap, but it will be with tentative dates, mostly quarterly. And then when we come close to it, when we think it's 100% ready and battle tested, then we'll announce a 1 or 2 week notice in advance.
Yeah. And then rentals actually, yeah, so that will be something that will be through the marketplace. Jasper mentioned earlier, we have a meeting this week talking to someone who has a system for those. So it's nothing is announced yet, obviously, because we haven't really met with them yet, but we are like looking for different options to like speed up that process of getting to the rentals. But we are saying it's not going to be launched with the marketplace, right, Jasper?
No, that's what we said. Like rental, quarter 3, since July. Yeah, quarter 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
There's one more question from Earl for on and off ramp. Yes, most likely we'll even try to integrate Simplex within the game. so you don't have to log out to add the tokens to your wallet. But having the in-game integration might take some time, but through the normal browser, we're gonna have Simplex again on our website.
Right.
All right.
And things like that come down to also considerations for mobile as well, and future proofing for that kind of stuff also. So, you know.
Exactly. If you don't mind, I would like to conclude this AMA. The timer says 30 minutes. I want to thank you, Player One, for joining in. Have a good flight. Be safe.
So I fly out tomorrow, but one of the things that I did here while I was in London is I got a call from some other people that we have here in London that wanted to have a little help with their Taco Cat transferring into WildCard. And the admin team knows who this guy is, but the public might not.
No, so this way.
So that's Tim from the kitchen. So the kitchen really helped us out with a ton of little bit of marketing stuff. And so they were like, hey, can you help, help us show how to do the wildcard transfer stuff? And I was like, why don't I just come and see you? And then they brought me to a pub and are buying me all the Red Bull I want.
That's perfect, man.
So,
all right.
Win-win.
Exactly.
But yeah. So there we go. Tim from the kitchen.
Hi guys.
Hey.
You know,
Hey,
they still love what we're doing, and they're really happy to see how much we've come along.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Sounds great.
That's perfect.
Hey, Tim.
All right.
Hi Derek. See Derek there. Hi there, Derek.
Yeah.
Hey, I was closing it down, wrapping it off, Tim. I apologize. You're live on YouTube.
That's Jasper.
Yeah, hi Jasper.
I am making my closing statement. Thank you for showing your face and buying Player One Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm keeping Player One Taco as high as a kite.
All right.
Yay, Red Bull.
Good. All right. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Player One. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and push that little bell notification. That really works out for our algorithm. And I'll see you all in 2 weeks.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.